I just tested the DeWalt cordless plunge router, and the features and quality of this tool, I'm just gonna bury the lead and say they blew me away. Let me show you what I'm talking about. First of all, this is the DeWalt Brushless XR Plunge Router. XR, if you see that on any DeWalt power tools, it's kind of their abbreviation. It means extreme runtime. And what that's gonna mean is you're more than likely getting a brushless motor and tools and batteries that have the XR indication. They're gonna give you more power, longer battery life, that kind of thing. This is a variable speed router, which means you can select from a dial right back here from 1 to 7. The lowest RPM on this router is 11,000, highest is 23,000. Good rule of thumb whenever you're selecting what kind of speed you need to operate your router at. If you're using a bit that's really small, not removing a lot of material, you're gonna wanna speed that router bit up. However, if you're using a larger bit that's removing more material, you'll actually wanna slow that bit down. Sounds a little bit counterintuitive, but just kind of keep that in mind. With routers, you always wanna get a router that's variable speed, and you don't always wanna just leave it on number 7, because if you're using a big bit, it's gonna cause a lot of heat, it's gonna burn, it's gonna not be good for your project. The dust collection is right up here at the top. They give you this little hose. If you are working outside or don't really care about dust collection, you can just push this little cap on top, and that way you don't have dust blowing up in your face, because obviously that would be really annoying. However, I'm gonna be using this, and later in the video I'll show you what it looks like in my shop, and I'm gonna hook this up to my Festool dust extractor. On the back, you have a pretty typical plunge router depth adjustment system. You've got a macro adjust right here, and then of course you have some different micro adjustments. You can turn these to set their stops at different levels, and of course you can also adjust using this dial right here. So you can really dial in the exact depth that you need for your project. Coming around to the front with your trigger, couple of quick features. One, you do have a safety switch. I really like that a lot. That way you're not gonna accidentally tap your trigger and engage your router. You gotta fold this little safety pin down, and then you can engage your trigger. You also can leave your trigger in the lock position with this little pin up here. That's a pretty good feature, especially if you're doing something like flattening a slab, where you're just running a router back and forth on like a router sled, let's say. You're not gonna wanna always hold that trigger in place. You can just lock it and then go. I think that's a really nice touch. Right here at the top, next to where your battery is installed, you have two little LED indicator lights. One of them is going to tell you when your anti-rotation feature kicks in. This is a safety feature that I don't know of any other routers that have it, frankly, exactly like this, where basically if you lose control of the router, if the router senses a quick drop or change in direction, it's going to put a brake on the router, shutting it down really quickly. That is a fantastic safety feature, especially for a powerful tool like this. This is a 2.25 horsepower router. So this thing is very powerful. That's a great safety feature. Another thing that you're gonna have right here is a little light showing you overload protection. Basically, if the tool is, if you're throwing more at the tool than it can handle, it will let you know, say, hey, slow down, you're about to overload your battery and damage your battery or your tool. So two really nice features right there. In this kit, you're also getting a 1/4 inch collet and a 1/2 inch collet. Basically, here's what this means. Router bits are gonna come in two different sizes. You can either get 1/4 inch shank router bits or 1/2 inch shank router bits. With this router, you can use either one. When I was first getting into woodworking, this might sound silly, but honestly, I just didn't know that there were different size router bits. And so I remember I just had like a little palm router, and one day I picked up like a flattening bit and very quickly realized this is not gonna fit in my little palm router. So it's really nice to have something here that you can do, you know, small roundovers with, or also larger projects with that require a larger router bit. Just so you know what battery I'm using the XR 4 amp hour battery. This is probably the lowest level battery I would recommend you use with this router. If you get a 5 amp hour or a 6 amp hour battery, it's probably even better. And I would definitely use an XR battery. It's just, once again, XR is gonna give you a little more runtime, a little more power, a little more battery life, etc. That's what I'm using in this video. Hey, quick time out from this router review. I just wanna let you know that if you are like me and you love power tools, woodworking tools, hand tools, really any kind of tools, and you love finding a good deal on some good tools, then you've got to sign up for my free email list. It's the first link down in the description of this video, and about 3 to 4 times a week, I'm gonna send out the best tool deals that I'm seeing. I promise I won't spam you. Those emails are coming directly from me, and you can even respond if you want to and say, hey, I'm on the lookout for a deal on like the DeWalt Plunge Router. I actually got this tool when it was $110 off, like 33% off, when I was actually sending out tool deals. And so this deal went out. So if you want awesome deals on tools like this, you've got to sign up for my email list. Like I said, first link in the description. All right, let's go ahead and get back to the video. So after using this router for a good while, let me give you my thoughts on really just the overall performance of this router. Warning, there's a lot of features to go over. So when you throw the battery in right here at the top, first thing that you're gonna notice right when you power on this router is that it starts slow and stops fast. Both of those are good things. Take a listen. I love when routers have a soft start. You can kind of hear the motor ramping up. That's really, really good. But it stops really quickly. Even if I dial this to speed 7, it stops really, really fast. That's always good for safety. Whether it's a router, a saw, you always wanna make sure your power tools are stopping very, very quickly. Now, another crazy feature, a great safety feature about this router is the anti-rotation brake, essentially. It blew me away. I knew when I purchased the router that it had this feature, but when I tested this out, I'm telling you guys, this is up there in my opinion with like the saw stop table saw brake. You know, that level of technology. To me, this is a similar type safety feature. Basically what happens is if you're running this router and it detects that there's some sudden motion, it's gonna stop that immediately. If you were using this router and were having to lose control, you definitely don't want to be accidentally touching this router when the bit is still spinning. So the fact that it's cutting that bit off very quickly, an amazing safety feature. Let me tell you about dust collection because it was also very impressive. Now, I told you earlier that in the box, you get several of these little dust collection adapters. You've got one, if you're using a larger router bit, you can put it down there. If you're using a smaller router bit, you can put this one down there. And you have this for the bottom of your router. If you're doing any kind of edge profile, think round over, chamfer bit, things like that. And this actually collected a ton of dust when I was running along doing a little chamfer profile. Without this boot, you're gonna get a lot more dust in your shop. Now, I will say, it's a little bit awkward. Obviously, the router can't sit down with it. If you're, you know, it makes the router a little bit more awkward. But if dust collection is really important to you and you have room to attach it, and let's say you're working in like a confined space, like your shop, with these attachments, dust collection is very, very good. And once again, I'm using the Festool dust extractor, the CT MIDI 1, which is like an amazing dust extractor for beginners especially. It is worth every penny, but that's kind of a story for another day. The overall ergonomics, getting used to all of the different triggers, things like that, took a little bit of getting used to. Your plunge adjustment right here, once again, just takes some getting used to. You can adjust it with this trigger, and then you can lock it in position with this trigger down here, and you can, you know, unlock it. Pretty intuitive, truthfully. It just takes some getting used to, if that makes sense. Your trigger to engage the bit, that pretty good. And then honestly, your depth stop, it's pretty standard to like the Milwaukee plunge router, the rigid plunge router, pretty standard to most depth adjustment systems. Just takes some time to make sure you get it dialed into the depth that you're looking for. Another thing that impressed me a ton about this router is just the ease of installing new bits. It makes it so easy. You don't have to use 2 wrenches. You can only use 1 wrench, which it gives you like the biggest wrench I've ever seen for installing router bits, but you just have plenty of room to work with. You only have to push down this 1 lock button and then you can loosen or tighten your router bits. I just think it's very important, obviously, when you're using a router to make sure that your bit is securely in the chuck. And when you have a nice wrench like this and a great stop, it basically makes installing router bits very easy, makes it a breeze, and I think that's pretty an underrated feature. You can install an edge guide on this router, but it's not going to come with the router unless there's some package you find online, but I will link that edge guide down in the description. Between the features, the build quality, just the overall design of this router, it is a next level tool. There are a couple of tools that I've used, of all the tools that I reviewed, that just really are next level. Some examples I would say is the Festool CT MIDI Disc Extractor. When you start using it, you just realize, oh yeah, this tool is truly at another level. The Saw Stop Table Saw that I had in my old shop, that tool is just at another level. I would put this router in that same category of just the quality, the power, the engineering that went into this tool is insane. It's crazy, and I'm not being paid to say that. DeWalt didn't send me this tool. I bought it with my own money. It's just very, very impressive. This will be my new go-to plunge router in the shop, hands down. Easy, like so easy. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to give back to the channel and you're thinking, you know what, I might check out that router, I want to look into it, check it out using the links down in the description. It's the same price for you, but it helps out the channel when you use those links. And I just want to say that I really do appreciate it, and I really appreciate you supporting the channel and what I do here. It really means the world. If you enjoyed this video, check out this video right here. I talk about some other amazing tools right here in this video, and I promise you'll enjoy it too. So can't wait to see you right here in this video.